Hello YouTube and welcome to another AI tutorial. In this video, we're gonna take a look at fine-tuning and LoRA. So are you ready? Let's get started. Fine-tuning is the process of taking a pre-trained model, one already trained on massive data, and adapting it to a specific task or domain using a smaller, targeted dataset. The main visual is an animated neural network diagram with 4 stages. On the far left is the input data layer with 4 nodes labeled D1 through D4. In the middle left are the pre-trained weights. These are frozen. In the middle right are the LoRA adapters. These are trainable. On the far right is the fine-tuned output layer, with 4 nodes labeled O1 through O4. As an analogy, think of a pre-trained model as a master chef who knows every cuisine. Fine-tuning is like sending them to a 2-week sushi course. They don't forget French or Italian cooking, but now they make incredible sushi too. The course is small, but the impact is huge. Not all fine-tuning is created equal. Different methods trade off between quality, cost, and memory. Here is how they compare. Full fine-tuning, this updates every single parameter in the model. It delivers the best quality but requires massive GPU memory, 80 GB or more, and takes hours. Adapter layers. This inserts small neural network layers between existing layers and only trains these new adapter layers. It offers good quality at moderate cost. Prompt tuning. This does not change model weights at all. Instead, it learns a few soft prompt tokens that prepend to the input. It is very cheap but has limited power. Prefix tuning. Similar to prompt tuning, but it adds learned vectors to every layer's hidden states, not just the input. It is more flexible than prompt tuning. LoRA, Low-Rank Adaptation. It adds tiny low-rank matrices to weight updates, giving a tiny file size of about 20 MB, fast training, and no quality loss. This is described as the sweet spot. Below is a bar chart comparing trainable parameters as a percentage of the full model. Full fine-tuning is at 100%. Adapters sit at about 15%. Prompt is about 1%. Prefix is about 2%. LoRA is at about 0.1%. As you can see, LoRA is the winner because lower is better for efficiency. So, why LoRA wins? LoRA sits in the Goldilocks zone. It is as cheap as prompt tuning, but achieves quality near full fine-tuning. Plus, you can swap adapters instantly without reloading the base model. As you can see on the chart, for the cost, about 0.1% of full model parameters need training. You can run it on a single consumer GPU with 8 to 16 GB of VRAM. For the quality, about 95% of full fine-tuning quality in most tasks, often indistinguishable from full fine-tuning. The problem is that fine-tuning is expensive. Large models like GPT, Llama, or Stable Diffusion have billions of parameters. Fine-tuning all of them requires massive GPU memory and compute power. LoRA solves this by only training a tiny fraction of weights. As you see on the below diagram, a comparison grid contrasts the two approaches. Full fine-tuning, 7,000 million parameters to train, needs 80 GB plus GPU, hours of training. LoRA fine-tuning, about 16 million parameters to train, needs 8 GB GPU minutes of training. Low-rank matrix decomposition. The core math idea is instead of updating the full weight matrix W, which is huge, LoRa learns a small delta using two tiny matrices. B multiplied by A, the rank R controls how small these matrices are. As you see on the diagram, on the left is matrix W, a 4x4 grid with 16 parameters, plus a matrix B, a 4x1 column, multiply by a matrix, a 1x4 row, equals matrix W prime. It is a 4x4 grid, only 8 parameters trained. The key insight is instead of learning 16 new values, we learn only 4 from B plus 4 from a totaling 8 values. The matrices B and are much smaller than W when multiplied. They produce a full-sized update matrix. This is called low-rank decomposition. Here we take a look at rank hyperparameter. Rank is the bottleneck size. A smaller rank means fewer trainable parameters but less flexibility. A larger rank captures more complexity but uses more memory. Think of it as the expressiveness dial. The visual shows an interactive slider demonstration ranging from R equals 1 to R equals 4. At R equals 1, the info line reads, training 4 plus 4 equals 8 parameters, compared to 16 for the full matrix. As the rank increases, more parameters become trainable. You should consider the following. Rank 4 to 8, about 0.1% of parameters. Good for style transfer, character consistency, and general fine-tuning. This is called the best balance. Rank 16 to 64, about 0.5% of parameters. For complex tasks, domain adaptation, or when the base model is very different from the target. Let's view now a concrete example. Teaching emoji replies. You want a chatbot to always reply with emoji. Instead of retraining the entire 7 billion parameter model, you train a tiny LoRa adapter, like teaching someone a new habit without rewriting their personality. Training data needed. Just 50 short chat examples like, "How are you?" "Great." And "I'm tired, rest up." The base model already knows English. LoRa just nudges it to add emoji at the end of every reply. Using LoRa with hugging face. Here you can see how simple the code is. Using the PEFT library, you can add LoRa in just 5 lines of code. The code block walks through 3 steps. Install the libraries, load frozen base model, attach LoRa adapter, then we save tiny adapter. Using this code we save size, about 16 MB, just the LoRa weights, easy to share and download, allowing multiple adapters per model. Load speed, instant. Load the base model once, then swap adapters on the fly with no retraining needed. So why LoRa is a game changer? LoRa democratizes fine-tuning. You don't need a data center, just a consumer GPU and a small data set. The visual illustrates how one base model can serve many purposes through small, swappable adapters. Efficiency: train 1,000 times fewer parameters while keeping full model quality. Storage: adapters are about 20 MB versus 13 GB for full model checkpoints. Composable: mix and match multiple adapters, such as style plus character plus quality. No forgetting: the base model stays intact. preventing catastrophic forgetting of prior knowledge. Tools and software for fine-tuning. You do not need to write everything from scratch. These tools abstract away the complexity so you can focus on your data and your goal. For beginner, Unsloth Studio, best starting point. Free Collab notebooks. Fine-tune Llama, Mistral, Gemma in minutes with a UI, no installation. For developer, Hugging Face Peft, the industry-standard Python library. Full control over every hyperparameter, integrates with any HF model. Config first, axolotl, write a YAML file, run one command. Perfect for reproducible training pipelines and cloud deployments. And finally for power user, Llama Factory, Web UI plus CLI, supports 100+ architectures. Train, merge, evaluate, export to GGUF, and chat all in one place. That was all for this complete beginner's guide, from basics to low-rank adaptation. If you like the video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment or a like. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing. Bye-bye.